want to give you part 2 of what you need to be working on with your swing in regard to your power. Now again, understand this has very little to do with accuracy. That's more a matter of club face control than it is anything else. And so this is just going to give you more speed. In your swing, what happens is that your right arm sometimes gets level with your left arm, your right elbow particularly, in line with your left elbow, even sometimes a little on top of it this way. Then it wants to straighten a tad bit too early, so you lose some of that angular velocity that you should have. Angular velocity is just a multiplier. It just multiplies whatever rotational velocity you have. Simply that. So what I want you to work on is first making sure that at the top of your backswing, no matter how high your hands are, that your right elbow is below your left elbow. That's really, really important. Then what I want you to do is to feel like your right elbow actually bends more in the downswing and then straightens at impact. So it's going to kind of go wide, narrow, wide. Now that's the drill, that's the exaggeration, and that's what you should be doing prior to hitting every shot on the golf course, is feeling like that you go wide, narrow, wide. Yes, your left arm is going to bend when you do the exaggeration. Hopefully it won't do that in the downswing when you actually hit the ball, but if it does, it's okay. Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, Johnny Miller, Jerry Pate, Lee Westwood, Calvin Peete, all have had bent left arms at impact. So it does work. It's not necessarily a bad thing. So you might want to not worry about the straightness of your left arm. I know it's an old-fashioned, old-school rule, but it really doesn't apply in your case. So again, the deal here is to feel like wide, and you notice how upright this is. It can be flat too, but really wide, narrow, and wide. And it would be like trying to make the shaft hit your right shoulder in the downswing this way. And notice that I'm not letting go with my grip. I'm not letting go with my hands here to make the shaft go down this way. I'm doing it exclusively by bending my right arm this way in the downswing, right? Like an accordion. Right hand is not coming off my left thumb. I'm just bending my right arm kind of like this. So as the downswing starts, right thumb goes toward my shoulder. Again, without letting go of the grip. Because if you just do it this way, that's not really what you're after. Re-grabbing the club on the way down is not a good thing. Very, very, very hard to time that correctly. So, once again, wide, narrow, wide, right elbow below the left, even more below the left, and then wide. Wide, narrow, wide. Wide, narrow, wide. You're going to find that the speed that you have with your feet, knees, hips, and trunk then is multiplied by this action. Instead of your right arm getting slightly above the left this way, and your right elbow being level or above the left, now you're going to find that it's always below. The last point of this is your arms are actually going to get a little closer together this way in the downswing as well. This will help stabilize your left wrist. So even with the strong right hand grip, your elbows can come closer together. What does that is a tightening of the upper part of your chest right here. That's what pulls your arms close to each other, and that's what you want to have, is this tightening of your elbows towards each other, this gap right here getting narrower. And from this view, it would look like this. All right, so in summary, what I think you should think about is, and what you should work on is, making sure that your left elbow is above your right elbow at the end of the backswing. And then if this gap right here between your right wrist and your shoulder gets narrower and then widens back out. So right elbow underneath the left, narrower and wider. Give that some practice with a short club, say a wedge, 9-iron, hitting some shots where you intentionally move that slowly. Notice the right hand going towards my right shoulder. From this view, then if you'll work on that for a few weeks, you're going to find that this starts to work its way into your full speed swing. Doing it slowly and perfectly is far more important than trying to do it at full speed and doing it imperfectly. If you don't do it just right, because this greatly messes with your timing, it's going to really give you some bad contact results. So learn to do it at a super slow rate of speed, hitting at 20, 30, 40, 50 yards, full length swing, but about a 30-yard shot, and you're going to find that that will work its way into your full speed swing much better and much faster than trying to go at full speed and not being able to do it. I hope this helps a lot. Give me a call, let me know what you think after you see this video.